Alright, well, it's later on, well, in the evening, and I've got Lola outside now. I took her for a drive to get the rust off of the rotors. These high carbon rotors that they put on police cars, they rust really quick. As you can see, I'm still trying to clean some rust off the rears. I don't know if these have the parking brake in the drum. I've never taken the brakes off of one of these yet. I don't think they do, but I might be able to just ride the parking brake for a little while. But you can see the rust just kind of dusting off in there. So taking her for a drive, and I got the Mustang taillights on, but only one of them would work. And I think these taillights are the ones that do the 1, 2, 3 pattern, where normally it starts off in the middle one and then flashes out. But I'm not being too picky, because what's nice is the actual plug from the 2015 Police Interceptor plugged in to the 2006 taillights. Everything just plugged in. Now, the only thing it didn't have is because the 06, and I have this car in reverse right now with the parking brake on, because I'm trying to figure out why the backup lights aren't working, or this tail light. But so where was I when my ADD kicked in? Oh, thanks. I appreciate you telling me that. So anyways, these have the segmental tail lights on them, like the old Thunderbirds did. Actually, they don't have anything in them. The internal electronics of the cars have it in the turn signals. But again, like I said, I'm happy with 2 running lights and I think 1 brake light. I have to cheat and use the phone and take, which is what I'm actually doing, but I figured I'd take a video while I was at it, because I always kind of watch my videos again before I post them. But since this plug actually goes into the taillights, well, the normal taillights that are in this car are in the brake lights are on the car, but the backup lights are in the trunk lid. So what I did was I unplugged the original, so you can see this, I unplugged the original backup light that comes with the Mustang taillights, and then I ran the wires for the trunk with that light, and just kind of forced that socket into there with the backup light in it. But I've been looking around and trying to figure out, I had a little bit of a flicker while I was driving down the road. I don't know how I noticed it, but I looked back. Oh, I was backing up. I was considering doing a J-turn, because this is going to be the car I'm going to do the J-turn in, considering if I roll it, it's not going to make any difference. I'll just make sure I roll it on the other side so it kind of pushes the roof over, because the roof's a little crooked. But I always want to do a J-turn, and I've done it in a front-wheel drive car, under power and without power. I've never done it in an all-wheel drive car. I definitely haven't done it in one of these yet. But I was backing up kind of fast, and wearing the rust off of the rotors. I noticed this whole light flickered. I just saw it out of my peripheral vision. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the phone down for a second, turn the lights out, and I'm going to use my phone in the video to see if this one ground I found seems to be the one that touched something. And let's see if we get any tail lights. So am I getting at least a weak light over there? Okay. I wish I could jam this thing in. It's got a bolt. There we go. So that's weird. I got more Okay. Well, I am making progress. Now I have 4 of the 6 taillights running. Let's break the suit. So, can't tell. So, that's working, but the car is actually in reverse and I don't have any backup lights. But I'll just get to that later. At least I got more than that. Okay, now we're in reverse. Okay, now I've got the backup light I didn't even expect to have. See if we got a bad bulb. Oh, we got a bad bulb. No, we just got a bad connection. Okay, I'm blind. This is what I was talking about. Probably can't hear me, but oh. Well, would you look at that? Oh, it kind of looks like a Charger from the back instead of a Mustang or a Taurus. So let's see if I got turn signals on both sides. No. So maybe actually that would be nice if this had a bad element in it. Get out of here. Of course, this isn't. Oh. Well, would you know? Look at that. Oh, dang it. Get in there, son of a bitch. I didn't anticipate. Oh. Oh, yeah. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. That is a bad ball. Wait. At least double on? You can steal this. Oh, would you look at that? All that over a bad bulb and just a bad ground. Come on. What the heck is going on here? What is this? Go like this? The wires went down. Oh, they go to the side. That's nice. I put the old bulb in this socket. And whoa. Ah! That makes it out. Let's see if we get all break. You know, I'm good with that. Yeah, that'll work. Because in these, I'm going to put strokes or something. Or even some reverse wigwags. Okay, I'm okay with just 2 brake lights, 4 running lights, and 2 backup lights. Now we pass safety inspection in California. Oh, okay. So yeah, every light works individually exactly where I need it to be. And I've got an extra space to put some strobes or wig wags, which, yeah, that's definitely going to happen. We'll take it for a little spin. You guys wait there. Scared you, didn't I? All right. Ugh. Well, that definitely makes me happy. So, I think literally I don't have anything else to do to pass a California brake and light inspection, which is weird. California is so strict about everything. I'm gonna put this light away. I was using it for was working on Lola. But when I got Roxanne inspected, sorry, I got you in the dark right now. This is gonna be the audio only segment for a moment. But oh, here's all the parts that actually came from Lola. Should have kept the flashlight, but we got a little bit of light out here. These are all the parts that came from Lola that were actually good. Literally a small truckload full of parts. All right, I got to pull my damn regular flip phone. Everybody says these phones ain't worth nothing. Well, watch this. It's got a light on it that's actually decent. So these are all the off-road tires that they put on the Wyoming Highway Patrol. This is Roxanne. But the back bumpers were still in good shape. Had some good tires on it. Which are going to probably be used in wasteland because it's actually a dirt and off-road environment. We got nice seats. Half of this interior isn't even going to be used. Slug bug, no backfires. Or slug bug truck. But anyways, getting back to the California brake and light safety inspection requirements. just mainly for salvage cars and cars. I don't know if there's anything else that needs to be done for, but all you really need is headlights that are adjustable to become put into spec by a technician. You have to have a certain amount of brake material left on your brakes, front and rear. You have to have no broken lenses. So we're looking at the Blue Sisters car, which I'm redoing the brakes on because the lady said, I don't remember anything being wrong with the brakes. Well, let's see. I think she got her money's worth on these pads. And yeah, the back of this rotor looks like the frickin' solar system. So this car here, oddly enough, had a broken lens on the front here, which she taped up. Oddly enough, if this car were to have to go through a safety inspection, a brake and light inspection, with a cracked lens, it would fail. With a windshield wipers, good tires, new brakes, it would fail. But the car we were just looking at, that I was using this video to find out if the lights worked, which I'm going to find out after I watch the video. That car, all it literally needs is the tires, which are awesome on it. The brakes are awesome. No broken lenses on any of the lights. It doesn't matter what type of lights you have on it. Every light that has a lens, it can't be cracked or broken. And the lights have to work. So if you have two backup lights, both backup lights have to work. Literally, that is the only things required. You don't have to have side mirrors. You don't even have to have windows. I don't remember if you have to have doors. And you want to know the one thing that really surprises me that you do not have to pass a California brake and light safety inspection? You don't even need a windshield. Because legally you can drive with goggles on or a motorcycle helmet, which that kind of freaks me out because you get a ticket for tinted windows, but you could wear a full face motorcycle helmet when you're driving down the road. There's no law against it. And if you didn't have a windshield in your car, you'd actually have to wear a full face helmet to realistically be able to function with all that wind blowing around you, because you're basically in a four-wheeled motorcycle. So what I just did, what I just got finished with Lola, I could literally drive it to the inspection station and they'll charge me, I think, like $80 or whatever. They'll raise it up. They'll check the brakes. They'll check the tires. They'll check the brake linings. They'll check the pads, or actually that's the linings. The rotors, make sure they're not scored. They'll check all the lights. Every light on the car works now. And I don't have mirrors on it yet. And I'm actually going to put old school mirrors on it. I'm not going to waste the money to put, you know how much these puppies are right here? Just for this lens. These are heated lenses. And just for this mirror glass, just the glass to pop out and put back in, which you can do, that's $260. Yeah, I don't know either. The whole mirror, this whole deal here is, I think, like $400, $450, somewhere around there. So yeah, no, I'm not putting that on a Mad Max car that I expect and actually will encourage people to run up and kick the car to say hi. It sounds crazy, it sounds stupid, but that's what it's all about. You're out there just, they're a bunch of friendly, happy, lucky-go people. Don't get me wrong. There's not a mean person in the bunch. But it's just funny because you flick people off, you say F you to people. That's like saying, hey, how's it going today? That's just the protocol out there. So I'm putting, I don't know where I put them, but I have like old school mirrors that are off like a 67 Malibu somewhere here that are going to go on the car. I've got them hidden somewhere in my random piles of stuff. probably under there in a box. But anyways, so I'm probably going to put a windshield in it. But if I'm allowed, I might just even put some extruded metal where the windshield was, because that's what I did with Charlotte. And, well, since I have a light with me, let's go take a look at the old girl. Don't let her hear me say that, because she's kind of mean at night. She doesn't have a choke. So anyways, this is what I did with the windshield, or where the windshield was, on Charlotte. So I might even just do that. You can't see that well out of this part, and I found that out when I was racing this car, which I was talking about, which is what all this damage came from, literally. So what I did was I cut out an opening here, and so when I race, that's what I'm actually seeing outside, other than a back of the Gatling gun, which I didn't have when I used to race it. But the mirrors, I was actually going to make this car street legal because it's a 1968, it's pre-smog. I actually have the current pink slip, and it was never salvaged, which is kind of funny. So this car I was actually going to make street legal, but man, oh man, does it have some frame damage on it. There's enough booger weld on here to make Charlie Brown sneeze. And I don't know if you can see it right now, but when this car starts moving, the camber on these front wheels looks like something like a desert truck would have when it's completely compressed. So why would I drive this thing on the street anyways? I mean, I would embarrass everybody that has cars that aren't as nice or as shiny or as beautiful. It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be fair. You know, you just don't want to humiliate people because, you know, they don't have something like this. So, but anyways, and here's just about every piece of this rebar here is going to be used on Lola. So anyways, do the end of this video a little update on the Blues Sisters car. Got different tires on it, fixed the windows, got the radio to work right. There's nothing wrong with it, I just couldn't figure out how to program it. Getting all new brakes on the front, everything but calipers. The wheel bearings look great. The rest of it looks really good. I think I put new control arms on this when I got it, before I sold it to the lady that I just got it back from. So she's coming along, doing that tonight, and just super jazzed about Lola. I was actually just getting ready to cover her up, put her outside. She only has like 2 windows on the whole car, maybe 3. The driver's side front window somehow wasn't destroyed when it got crushed. And the passenger side rear, which is that door that was untouched, the window works in it. So I need to find a driver's side, just the window, to put in there. And the back doors, I'm going to completely take off, because I'm going to kind of make Lola into one of these. It's going to be kind of like a Ranchero, El Camino type deal. So basically everything in the front is going to be nice, actually, in the interior. The interior is going to be perfect. I'm going to use the front half of the carpet, keep the whole dashboard, door panels, power windows, air conditioning. I'm going to mock up something so I can eventually put a back window in it. And then, this was one of the things I wasn't going to give away yet, but it's just something that I kind of want your comments on. This motorcycle, I'm making into a Mad Max motorcycle. Now, since I'm making Lola into the Knight Rider car from the first Mad Max movie, and since he was in a motorcycle gang, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. He was in a motorcycle gang, and he was the first person to get killed in the very first Mad Max movie. So there was a police officer that was Mad Max's best buddy. They called the Goose, and he was a motor officer, so he rode a motorcycle. Mad Max had the Police Interceptor Pursuit Special, and Goose rode a KZ1000 police bike. So what I just thought would be kind of neat was the Knight Rider character stole a police interceptor from a police officer and was running from the police in a police car. He was a motorcycle gang member. The toe cutter was his top guy, but literally the toe cutter, which is the guy driving the Knight Rider, who's the guy second down from the toe cutter, is driving a black police interceptor that he stole. And since he was in a motorcycle gang, I'm making this into the Goose motorcycle. I've got body panels and everything from probably 4 different motorcycles. So Suzuki, Kawasaki, Honda, and then it's a Yamaha. So it's going to be this big Heinz 57 collage of motorcycles. But what I'm actually going to do with the motorcycle is make it get completely done. It's going to be called the Little Goose, because the Goose was like a 1,000 or 12,000 1200 cc Kawasaki motorcycle. It was a KZ1000. This is only a 600 Yamaha Vision. It's a V-twin, it sounds really cool and it runs great. But what I'm going to end up doing is when I make Lola into something like this, all this stuff here, which this is the same type of car, is going to be cut out, and the bottom down here where the trunk bottom is, since it drops down for the spare tire, I'm going to cut this out like this, come all the way down to where the license plate normally would be, and then I'm going to put a car ramp or a motorcycle ramp as the rear bumper on Lola, because she has big steel bumpers on her anyways. I'm never going to put the plastic stuff back on. And I'm going to cut the mufflers off, and the exhaust is going to run out the sides, or the fenders are somewhere where it doesn't belong. And I'm going to be able to pin that motorcycle ramp, use as a bumper, but I unpin it, it comes off, and I lay it in this void, and then the motorcycle is going to actually go into the car like a pickup truck, but it's going to be mounted solidly. So the motorcycle is actually going to be kind of part of the car. And then when I want, I can pull the pins on the bumper, drop the bumper down, use it as a ramp, get the motorcycle out, and go put around the motorcycle. I think it's a good idea. But, let me know what you think. If you're a Wastelander and you're going to be out there this year, I couldn't make it this year because I was sick. I explained that in the last video. But me and my buddy are going to take both the cars out there, and we're going to have Lola, which is going to be the Knight Rider car, and Little Goose, and then he's going to have the crowned Vixen, and I hope to see you guys out there. If you don't go out and do that sort of stuff, look it up. It's kind of entertaining. Kinda. I'm using that word loosely. And thanks for watching, and I'll keep you updated on what I can get done with the cars and Lola and the Blues Sisters and. So my time's up. Thanks for watching.